Well, hello. I'm going to say YouTubers and beautiful, precious people. As usual, though, I do hope and pray all is well. I really and truly do. I am not in the spirit. I will let that be known right now. I've just been doing an awful lot of thinking. And anyone that has followed me, I guess you've noticed that I don't get up here like I used to. I started out getting up here every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day. A few weeks ago, I got up here like about 2-3 times. But one thing about seeking the Lord is you have to realize and understand things that a lot of people just don't understand. I am not up here, and I'm going to say it again, I'm not in the spirit, and I'm not in the flesh, but I am natural, and I'm speaking this from my heart. I am not sick of social media. I actually enjoy it. I actually can say I like it a lot. I don't like that, they say that I love it. You take, like right now, I'm drinking a Celsius. It's an energy drink, and I only drink these when there's something, when I have a lot of activity to do and I just don't want to do it. So this will give me the push, and I'm getting ready to head out. But I haven't even read the word yet, and that's what I do when I get up in the morning. I check my vitals first, because if I don't, I forget. So I do that first. And then the next step, before I even make my bed up, before I even brush my teeth, is I get into the word of the Lord to get some word and to get some everything that I need from the Lord. I can't help what nobody else need. Now I'm speaking from my heart. I'm speaking in the natural. I say it like that. And okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna. This is actually where this right here come from. Yesterday, someone that I deal with, and I've been dealing with the mom for like about 21 years, almost 21 years now. And so yesterday I dealt with the son, and I finally saw his son look just like his dad. So I said to the lady's son, that I dealt with yesterday, I said, I saw your son. He looked just like you. He said, yep, handsome fellow, like his dad, ain't it? And I said, I laughed, of course, and I said, sure, and he is, his father is handsome, and the son is too. And I say, do you have a girl? He had wrote my information and stuff down, a little business transaction, So he had wrote my information and stuff down. And I was telling him about I don't hunt like I used to, I'm really getting a bit sick of it. I haven't been in a thrift store since the last time that I mentioned, because I haven't been finding anything. They don't put jewelry in there, and that's really what I'm into. I guess you can look and tell. I rarely wear it now, but I really, really, really like my sterling, and I have a lot of costume jewelry, but I don't wear any of it. I don't wear any of it, but I have tons of it, And so I said to him, do you have a girl? Let me look, make sure this, still videoing. And he said, no, I don't have a girl. He said, I have a wife. And he called his wife's name. I won't call it his wife's name, because some may know, they know, somebody up here, because you never know who watching, may know who you deal with and know the names and stuff, And so I try not to call names. I have called a couple of without, not intended to. But anyways, so he said, no, I don't have a girl. I have a wife. And he called him. And I say, no, I mean, other than your son, do you have a daughter? And this is where this come from. People thoughts, the way that they think. He thought I was asking him, did he have a woman? Did he have like a girlfriend in his life? And I don't know if he thought that I was trying. That's what come. I don't be friendly. I mean, I'm a very friendly person when it come to men, and especially in church. When you don't know who's married and who's not, I barely look at them. You know, because I don't want nobody getting the wrong intentions. I ain't looking for nobody's son. You know, even if you're old, you still was somebody's son, and as God is my witness. Now, I was thinking, and sometimes, you know, I mean, not here lately, you know, maybe a few weeks ago. But as it stands today, I ain't looking for nobody's son. I love the life that I live. I have lots of peace. I don't have to deal with no demons, you know, no stinking thinking, you know, people thoughts. They. Sometimes I just don't want to deal with nobody. To be honest, because the way that people think, and especially if you do something good, and you okay, like in one of those situations I'm talking about, I said something about, you know, they can come see my home, which I didn't mean that, because I don't want nobody coming walking all through my home, going all through my stuff. I don't want that, you know. I don't have no home to show off apart from giving God the glory, you know, because it was him. I asked for a 4-bedroom. I say, so when family that come from out of town, I have extra places for them to sleep, to stay. You know, anybody got to cramp out on the floor unless they want to, you know. And I asked the Lord for 3 things, and he answered 2 of them, and I'm so thankful that he didn't answer that 3rd one. I'm so thankful. I don't know what to do. You know, I was reading this latest video, a lady, and she was saying, scratch that, Lord. And I'm glad, you know, I didn't scratch it, but God scratched it, and I'm so thankful that he did. So getting back, you know, the man is the reason where all this right here come from, you know, because when I get up here and I be talking about the Lord, it's about souls, how somebody live their life. See, there's a lot of people, they just go to church. And see, don't nobody, when I do this right here, I'm going to put it where I can't even get no comments. I don't even want no comments. I don't even care if nobody like, you know. Now, like I say, I learn a lot from social media, but I'm not into learning what a lot of folks, I'm not into gossiping. And I'm not up here to even talk about people, but I will say from time to time, like for instance, how many of you dummies quit your job, listen to the dough lady? You know, how many of y'all quit your job listening to her? And her page popped up in what you call the timeline or something like that. Popped up, and there she is talking about she's breaking her lease, delivering her car. No, she said she broke her lease, delivering her car. About some days, and then I seen her again where she walking in the office talking to the lady about breaking her lease, and acting like she's sleeping in her car. Now, there's somebody to talk about God, how they know God, how God told them to do this, how God told them to do that, although it don't appear she go to church. So it's people like her that I bring up. You know, it's people like LA that I bring up that is the filthiest person I never in my life even heard. I've been around I've been around prostitutes. You know, I had a lot of sugar daddies myself, you know, just sugar daddies. But I made sure they were old and they were drunks. They were, I ain't had to perform no duties, you know. So I've done some stuff. So when I'm up here and I'm pouring out stuff, The stuff that I point out, I no longer do. And what I used to do, some things I have done, I don't do no more. And I don't let myself nor the devil or somebody that remember my past beat me up from my past, because I'm proud to say none of the things that I used to do am I doing today, and I pray I never do again. So I'm not up here to win no popularity contests. And those that they just go to church, and that's all what they do is they go to church, and they think they can live any old kind of way and do any old thing they want to do, say any old thing they want to say. You know, the flesh, just live it in the flesh. I'm not even talking to you. I'm not wasting no time with people like that. I love people, period. I can associate with people any kind of, as long as they not disrespecting me and disrespecting themselves while they in my company, you know, or profaning, using the Lord's name in vain, or just being disgusted. I can be around anybody. I actually prefer to beat out straight out sinners. But somebody, all they do is go to church and they living like the devil. I don't want to be around you. The Bible says stay away from them. The Bible says stay away from folks like y'all. Up here on these YouTube streets, I can tell how a lot of folk live their life. But do I still say I love you? And I do. It's your business. How you live your life is your business. To be honest, I could care less. I could care less. And that's the truth from the bottom of my heart. Because I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in, you know. And I don't condemn nobody. But I do, because I can. You know, I can put my mouth on you. I don't even bad mouth. I don't put my mouth on nobody. I don't wish bad on nobody. I have shown myself up here looking a hot mess. And I know I don't have no proof. I just know in my heart, somebody screenshotted me. And you know, way back over a year ago, you know, this lady, she did her little private membership things and talked about me and my big nose and all of that. You know, I heard one lady, she talked about how crooked my eyebrows was, and they crooked because I'm in my bathroom now. Look. I shaved them off and called myself gonna start over, and they grew out wrong, and then I arched them wrong. Maybe things is what, look, oh my God. I am so thankful that the Lord freed me. And it's like, well, I know going to the right church is helping me. And I knew I had to go to church this past Sunday. And I hadn't been in since I said the day after New Year's, but it was actually that Sunday after the New Year's. Sometimes I go back or somebody make a comment on a post that I've done, and I don't remember what I said. Then I listen to the post, you know, and I've heard so many mistakes up here that I have made. But see, to the one that's not listening for fault, you know, because some people, they don't listen to agree or to change or to get where I'm coming from. They just listen for fault. And that's why I don't want those type people in my life on YouTube, off of you, especially off of YouTube. Because let's face it, I don't know you, you don't know me. Now I know there's some up here that they do. You know, well, you know, I'm pretty sure my granddaughter do, and I don't know about her other grandmother. You know, oh yeah, yeah. There's some that know, and if they are listening, and I'm not even talking about them, but you know, you can be, oh God, it's horrible. It's horrible how, you know, like going back to the man that say, no, I don't have a girl, I have a wife. People thinking it's stinking. People thinking it's just plain downright stinking. even, well, I wouldn't even ask if he had a lady in his life. I wouldn't even ask that. Even before salvation, if I liked the guy, I wouldn't come on to him. If I like somebody and they don't come on to me, baby, it ain't gonna be nothing going on. It ain't gonna never be nothing going on. Because I'm still old school. Yeah, I was a whore and a drunk, but I still had some of that old school stuff in me, And so anybody up here that, you think I'm talking about you. No, I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm just talking. But I do not want the Lord to say to me that you up here sugarcoating. You up here tickling folks' ears. Letting them be deceived by the devil. To think that they can live any kind of way that they want to live. Now, I still go to heaven. You'll still go to heaven. Even if you're not telling people this, and the Bible say we are, well, I don't know if the Bible, no, I don't think the Bible say we are wear no crown. I think that's a song. I don't know everything. I don't know a lot. There's some things I do know, but I mostly go by the Spirit. But anyways, I don't need no crown. I don't even have to stay in a mansion. Just give me a little place comfortable where it's going to be comfortable. It's going to be all bliss. It's going to be all joy, all peace. Ain't going to be none of that in heaven. But I don't have to be in no mansion. I don't need no crap, none of that. Just let me make it in. That's all what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it in. And anybody that feel like heaven is not real and hell is not real and like the Lord, he let miraculous things happen, and then here come people with they got a scientific explanation. You can't come to me with that, cause see, I've been through too much. I've seen too much. The Lord helped me get this home right here. My neighbor had the same, almost called it. The Lord give you confirmation, and my neighbor with the same name as mine was one confirmation. He just, I know too much. I know too much. So, and I have to get out of here, but I will say this. Anybody that want to turn against me, I could care less. I say this with my eyes wide open. I told you I'm not in the spirit. I'm in the flesh. And see, I'm a little shy. I don't like this, but I feel this in my gut, but I'm still not in the spirit. Anybody that turn against me, don't turn back. I don't like your kind. I don't like your kind. The world is full of hateful, mean, stinking, thinking people with a big old smile on their face. And see, normally, all the time, my face is pleasant. And I don't even, it just is. Because I don't have no bad spirit in me. And I don't wish bad on nobody. My heart is the heart of God for everybody to know him and to know his son Jesus and to be filled with the Holy Ghost. And we'll never be perfect. When I felt it, I got saved January the 5th. Some don't heard me say this. I got saved January the 5th, 1986, on a Tuesday morning, about 10:35. And some years later, I fell into some bad sin. And this morning, I didn't pray, but I was talking to the Lord. And he knows how. Well, first, flattery got me. That's what got me first, because I had an antique shop, and this guy, he'd sit there, and he would help me out, And he was real pleasant to be around. Good looking guy. Good. He looked like Luther Barnes, good looking guy. Oh God, but look, the man was cross-eyed and bald headed, but he was good looking, and he was a college guy, come from a good family and everything. But I'll just leave it at that. Flattery got me, but the Lord know why I fell because I wasn't getting, I wasn't getting what I didn't even get as a child, and if it wasn't for the Lord giving me what me and you and everybody need, I wouldn't be getting it. If I wasn't getting it from the Lord, I wouldn't have it. And you had to just read between the lines, because that's all I'm gonna say about that. So when I fell into that sin, oh my God, oh it was good. One, and I ain't talking about what. See, some people feel like sin is just sex. It's just drinking, smoking your joint or stuff. Man, this tongue right here, your heart. There's a lot of people, they do good. There are a lot of people, they go to church. They go to different things and speak and do. And they got a good reputation to some. But see, some know them. Some know them. They know their heart is just like stone. They got a smile on their face. They look good. Home look good. Car look good. Into this, into that. Everything is just, it's like, oh, so many would desire their life. But I wouldn't. Because unless they change, and only God can change the heart. Can't no man change the heart. So anybody, well, I know it's something that's going to be listening. You got a cold heart. You got to pray for the Lord to get that stone, to get that coldness out of your heart. Because if you don't, you can't make it in. People can go to church. Look, when the Lord comes, there's going to be so many, there's going to be more folks still sitting right there in church that's going to be raptured up. It's going to be more folk out there in the world walking around that loves the Lord. They just bound. The Lord have brought so many. I'm so glad he didn't bring me home before time when I was in my sin. There's a lot of folk, they are not here because God saw that they wouldn't make it. And I'm thinking of a young lady, Keisha, was her name Keisha T? Oh, I remember, I could tell the people that she was around, she didn't want to be around them folk. But she was addicted to pot, maybe something else, It's the environment she was around and raised in, And I could tell that girl had a good heart and she wanted to do right. And she started going to church. The Lord saw she couldn't make it. So he brought her on in. Oh God, good God Almighty. Hallelujah. It's a lot of people God got to bring home because they're not going to make it if they stay out here in this evil world. Some people got to be around other folk. I remember I didn't even want to go to the store. And you know what? I used to say my cut buddy. When my granddaughter was here, she said, Grandma, you had a cut buddy. I said, yeah. I couldn't even go through the store without her. She said, Grandma, do you know what a cut buddy is? I say, my best friend. She say, no. It's like a stud. Like y'all together. You know what I mean? I don't talk that talk. I ain't talk that talk when I was in the world. I ain't never like it. And where I was raised at, I didn't get what I need, everything I need. I got food and clothes and all of this and dragged off the church that was dead. And, I don't know if anybody in there ever got saved, but the pastor was a good man, I think. And so was his wife. But it was two women. No. No. So if anybody heard me say that, me and my cut, but no, look, I'm all woman. Okay, all woman, and I know that it's supposed to be Steve and Eve, So let me get off of here because that's about all she wrote. And but I will say that things is changing. Things is changing. Anyone that have a desire to know the Lord. It's work. You got to put in the work. You know, if you're a man and you meeting a woman, or you're a lady, and you got you a man friend and you want to get to know him, you got to spend time with him. You know, you gotta check them out. You know, you got, this some of me. This is some of the way I used to talk. Folks think cause you get old and you get saved and stuff that you're just plain. Not so in this case right here. If I was to get married again, he'll be one happy man, honey. I'm here to tell you. He'll be so thankful. My husband had quite a few women, quite a few. Nice looking, shapely nice, and all of that. But you know what he told me? He said, I'm glad I married you. That's what, and I left him twice. He never left me. He came to me every month, sometimes every 3 weeks, when I left him and moved to Florida. Yep. So, and then, I was looking at this lady. I thought she was saying something that was important, but she wasn't. But, this nose right here, because, I don't care how saved you are, you still have some nose trouble. And she just turned around to show her behind. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just remember something else too. I want to lose weight, but I'm losing my legs. I'm losing my hips. I lost 2 more pounds. And I've been eating pretty much everything I want to eat. Drinking sodas. And I got to go to the grocery store today. Cupboard is bare. Cupboard is bare. And I got to pray, God, don't let me buy no sodas. God, don't let me buy no sodas, because, in the wintertime, I had to force myself to drink water. And in the summertime, it really ain't no problem, as long as it's good and cold. But they say it's best to drink water room temperature hot, And so I don't want to lose no more weight because my legs, that's where the weight, and I can't gain weight in my legs. I haven't for years since them 2 pit bulls ran me down and tore the back of my legs up, and hips. To me, you got pretty legs and some hips, and you got on a dress or a skirt. That's what makes your clothes look good, is them hips. But you got some women, they feel like they got a big old booty. Yep, now I said it. Big old behind. They think that won't keep no man. Hey, some saying the way to a man's heart is food. That don't keep no man. Man can go out and buy food. Oh, oh my goodness. First of all, you gotta be compatible. And if you say God gonna send you, I don't know who, because I don't know who listened, but this man from Vietnam, that Uber driver said, excuse me, that him and his wife, they don't argue. And I remember saying to him, I don't understand how 2 people, that's why the Bible say don't be unequally yoked. Don't marry an unbeliever. Don't do it. But how can it work? He don't believe, you believe, he don't believe, And so I said to him, how can 2, am I still recording? How can 2 people be saved, know the Lord, but they can't get along? The majority of the people that's divorcing is churchgoers. I won't say Christians. I say churchgoers, because anybody can say they are Christian, but it's about lifestyle. And we will never be perfect. Where's that blinking coming from? I took my prescription yesterday, the lens crafter, so I got to wait 5 to 7 days to get those glasses. And I sure need them, because these things right here is about to be weak as water. These eyes will be 74 years old come March the 6th. Take care of your eyes. Take care of your eyes. I had to take those drops for eyes and put them right there by my recliner where I can remember to take one every night. and taking all them vitamins. I got so many vitamins in there. You got to learn how to take them. I know I'm all over the place, all over the place. I used to force myself to eat breakfast where I really never did, because they say it's the main meal you should eat, helps you think better, which is just not true. But now I have to, because I take D3 and K2. It's one capsule, and it's best to take it with some fat, with some food that has some fat in it. It works better. And you have to take it, it's best to take it in the morning or in the early afternoon. So I don't force myself. I put 3 pieces of bacon. I cooked 3 pieces of bacon, and I baked some sweet potatoes the other night. And I ate that, and I didn't eat all of it. I didn't eat half of it. I ate 1.5 pieces of the bacon and about 1/4 of the tater, and didn't even drink all my coffee, because the body need to go without. The body need to go without food. It's good to go without food. All right, let me get off of here. Remember, wise men and ladies, boys and girls, still seek Jesus. He loves you. And I love some folks too. All right, till next time. Hey, like I told you, I'm not in the spirit. There's some people you had to pray. Now if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Huh? I'm not, I'm gonna, no, you can't tell me, because I think I'm gonna fix it when nobody can. I don't want no comment. Because I told you I'm not in the spirit. See, this is the kind of talk folk need to get up here and just be real. Just talk real. Let folk know. Going to church is not going to get you to heaven. You got to live right. You got to change your lifestyle. Okay? Because if not, hell's going to be your home. See, people don't want to hear that. Ain't nobody going to be popular for getting up here. I probably won't never get monetized. And guess what? I don't care. You know why? Because I trust the Lord to take care of me. All right, with that being said, I pray all have a blessed day. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I pray so many get saved. I don't have to know. When I get to heaven, Jesus gonna know. And he gonna tell me. He gonna say, thy good and faithful servant, well done, enter in. And I pray he say that to you. All right.